Tonight, questions about claims the president and members of his administration made in 2003. They said 2 trailers in Iraq were mobile weapons labs, proof Saddam Hussein had been developing weapons of mass destruction. The problem was a Pentagon team had already determined the trailers had nothing to do with WMD. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent Martha Raddatz.
The administration first talked about mobile biological labs in February of 2003 at the United Nations when Colin Powell made the case for war.
We have first-hand descriptions of biological weapons factories on wheels and on rails.
In mid-April and early May, trailers resembling the images that Secretary Powell presented were found in northern Iraq. The Pentagon said they appeared to be biological labs.
The experts have been through it, okay, and they have not found another plausible use for it.
On May 25th, according to the Washington Post, the Defense Intelligence Agency sent a 9-member team of scientists and engineers to Iraq to determine whether the trailers were in fact biological labs. The Post says 2 days later, the team transmitted a report to Washington saying the trailers had nothing to do with biological weapons, calling them the biggest sand toilets in the world. 2 days after the report was sent to Washington,
we found the weapons of mass destruction. We found biological laboratories.
The White House said today the president at the time believed his statement to be true.
The president was saying what the intelligence community assessed to be right based on their intelligence gathering.
David Albright was a former weapons inspector.
I think there was a scramble in May and June of 2003 to find whatever evidence could be found to support the administration's claim about WMD and the intelligence community's claim about WMD.
In fact, the administration continued to repeat the claims about the trailers. This is Vice President Cheney 4 months after the report to the contrary.
They're in our possession today, mobile biological facilities that can be used to produce anthrax or smallpox.
In fact, it wasn't until a month after that that a weapons inspector sent by the administration raised public doubts about the trailers. Elizabeth?
Martha, the White House says it did not know about this report saying these trailers weren't mobile weapons labs. Who did read that report, and why didn't they correct the president or the members of his administration?
Well, that is unclear, Elizabeth, and we were unable to get those answers from the White House or anyone else. The White House says they're checking into that. They're not certain whether or not the president saw it. They really just couldn't provide those answers. It would go to the Defense Intelligence Agency and likely the CIA, but they weren't answering questions either.
All right, Martha, thank you. This comes on